Hallelujah. 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 Once more. Sing it with me. Hallelujah. 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 Hello, KZOOMers.
Hey, everybody.
Good to see you all. This September 11th, we want to really bring the joy forth for the healing of the world. The Parsha, well, the name of this class is Awakening to the dynamic truth of this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And this moment is always changing. It's always new.
It's always changing. I'm a fixed sign.
No. I was just going to say.
It's so hard to change.
I'm just saying. When we say Shana Tova, when we say Happy New Year to each other, Shana Tova, you could also say that Shana Tova means change is good.
Oh, that's good for me. I need that. Change
is good, but really it has to do with meeting each moment, really, and not holding on to the cheese, to the past. But really opening up to the ever unfolding newness of life. And so we are inspired by the Song of Songs, which sends us to this work. And it begins by saying that we are, even through all the change, we are held. We are held. And we can trust that holding. So his left hand beneath my head, his right arm embracing me. Daughters of Jerusalem, that's you. Swear to me that you will not awaken love until it is ripe. Who is that rising from the wilderness, leaning upon her beloved? I awakened you beneath the apple tree, in that same place where your mother conceived and gave you life. So to open to this moment is to awaken. Really, the way that our unconsciousness happens is that we get stuck in the past or the future, and we miss this present moment. And so those words that say that says, swear to me, you will not awaken love until it is ripe. It happens twice in the Song of Songs, and there's a slight difference in it. And the first time it says im ta'iru, im te'oraru. So, which is, it says don't do, like, it has a little bit of anxiety in it, of like, oh no, love might not be there for me. And then at the end of it says ma ta'iru, which means, like, what a wonderful thing that we already have this love. So that's why you don't have to awaken love, because it's already awake in us. And so so it's a kind of a little celebration of love awakening in us. Ma ta'iru, ma ta'oradu, et ha'ava achaterpat. It's like looking, entering into the process of change, receiving each moment as it is, and celebrating love. So I invite you, first of all, to that this is a process of self-knowledge. When we do spiritual practices, we are opening up the truth of who we are, but we're only know who we are in process and in relationship. I wanted to bring this one teaching from Rajneesh that says self-knowledge is not the knowledge of a dead self. Self-knowledge is the knowledge of the process of the self. It is an alive phenomenon. The self is not a thing. It is an event. It is a process. Never think in terms of things. The self is not there inside you just like a thing waiting in your room. The self is a process, changing, moving, arriving at new altitudes, moving into new planes, going deeper into new depths. At each moment, much work is going on, and the only way to encounter the self is to encounter it in relationship. So that's why we come together, because if we want to find out who we are, we find out who we are through relationship, through our connection to one another, and we kind of move each other along in the process of change, saying Shana Tova, change is good.
Okay.
I'm just trying to convince him about this, really. So all of us are in the process of change, and the more that we can open to that process, the less suffering we go through that comes from like our holding on, right?
That is true, actually. That is true.
Thank you.
When it's changed and I'm holding on.
Right.
It's already changed, so.
Right, it's already
suffering.
changed. Yeah. So we want to celebrate that, this process that we're in, and this process of self-revelation, which is God revelation. ta'iru u'ma ta'oreru et ha'ava hachetekpat ta'iru u'ma waking up to this moment. Ta'iru u'ma ta'oreru. Waking up our love. Ta'iru u'ma Once more. Ta'iru u'ma ta'oreru ta'iru u'ma ta'oreru ta'iru u'ma ta'oreru et ha'ava Keep your eyes closed. Bring your attention to the breath. Breathe into the heart, finding the love that is buried there, awakening that love because it's time. Because the world needs your love. And we awaken that love by shining it back to each other. We awaken that love in each other. I found this teaching from James Baldwin that says, the longer I live, the more deeply I learn to love. Whether we call it friendship or family or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Gentle work, steadfast work, life-saving work in those moments when life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from our view, but there's still a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it back. Mm-hmm. In our best moments, we are that person for another. Mm. So I wanted to, in our Zoom room here, see if we can be that person, beaming our love. You might want to find just one face and sort of beam your love to see if that mirroring and magnifying each other's light can happen here in the Zoomiverse. We want to beam it. So this love that we beam is not the love of before, and that's not the love of after. It's the love of right now, of being able to encounter the present moment, really, and be in the fullness of this very moment. And so I wanted to bring this Shehechiyanu prayer, which I call a meditation on this moment. And I remember the moment that I created this chant was the moment that I realized that this Shehechiyanu prayer, the prayer for what's new, that I could, if I was really awake, I could say it every moment, because every moment really is new, and it's sort of like figuring out how I metabolize the past and how I open to the blessing of this present moment. I'll just bring this one teaching from Henry Nouwen, from a book called The Beloved, that I love this. He says, worship to me is constantly to say yes to God's love, to say, Lord, I love you too, because you're beautiful and you're great. I love you too. That signals a change of heart. The moments we call worship are basically nothing else but moments in which we remind ourselves of what our lives are about, moments in which we articulate in a particular way the essence of our existence. So to be able to receive life in this very moment as a gift from God and saying, oh, I love you too. Even the challenges you bring me, I love you too. And so Shehechiyanu, I think of as this prayer kind of like takes me on a journey to the present moment, because it kind of calls forth a sense of the journey that I have been, that I Shehechiyanu, I've been sustained. I have been given life, really, on this whole long journey I've been on, V'kiyamanu, and I've been sustained on that journey, so that I can arrive, Shehechiyanu, lazman haZeh, in this very moment. So that sense of arrival is what I want to look for in each moment. I made it. I'm here. My whole life has brought me here. And so to honor my whole journey, I want to be able to honor this moment, which is the culmination of the journey. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So take a moment to just maybe even first to look back at the long, strange trip it's been that has led you to this moment in your life. Feel the trajectory of it. Feel the movement of your life that brings you to this very moment. And to sense that it is a moment of possibility. It's a moment when it's possible you could awaken to to God's love in this. So this is we'll sing it all the way through first, and then we'll do it as a round. And the English part says, "Oh, mystery," which is one of my favorite names of God. Oh, mystery. Grace unfolding, which is describing the process. We're in a process of grace unfolding. You can't pin it down, really. And then another name of God, oh, miracle. And then I turn to that miraculous one. It's you alone. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, who brings us home. We have arrived. We are home in this moment.
That's kind of the purpose of tshuva, is to come back home.
To come back home, right? So. Shehechiyanu, the king of lazman, haZeh. Shehechiyanu, the king of lazman, haZeh. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, it's you alone. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, who brings us home. Shehechiyanu, the grace unfolding. Lazman, Shehechiyanu, the king lazman, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, it's you alone. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Shehechiyanu, the king lazman, haZeh. Shehechiyanu, the king lazman, haZeh. Oh,
grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, it's you alone. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, who brings us home. Shehechiyanu, Shehechiyanu, lazman, haZeh. Shehechiyanu, lazman, haZeh. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, it's you alone. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, who brings us home. Shehechiyanu, lazman, haZeh. Shehechiyanu, lazman, haZeh.
So welcome home. Welcome home into this moment of possibility. I want to just breathe into that space inside, just make it a little wider, clearing away the past, clearing away our imagination of the future, opening up kind of just wide for that place of possibility and that's going to ground us as we move forward. And we are grounded in presence. So, John Robinson, who wrote this book called Mystical Activism, said presence is not an achievement to be had, put away, and kept like a possession, souvenir, or pressed flower, nor is it a belief we cling to for comfort and security. It is the always new, fresh, and unfolding opening into the divine. I'm going to say that again because it is the always new, fresh, and unfolding opening into the divine. I just love that, this, sense that it's the ever new, fresh, and this unfolding into the divine, like that's what we're doing as we enter into presence, because that's really kind of like that's what home is about, the unfolding. So, and yet we are in this process of awakening to the present moment, because our lives are kind of cluttered, and we get anxious, and we get pulled out of the present moment, and thus out of our power, because that's where our power lies, in the present moment. And the power we have is the power to choose how we respond to this world that we're given. But we can't choose it if we're not inhabiting this present moment. That choice is not there for us. So I want to do this practice that's called Awaken, and it is comes out of the Yom Kippur liturgy, and the way that I was taught by my friend Malila Helner to translate this phrase is awaken as bright light, the rose of the depths. So there is this rose of the depths which will awaken in its time, but it awakens because we shine this light of presence on it. And it is kind of like opening to the surprise of this moment. Mm-hmm. You know, like I always say to Rachmiel, I love a surprise. and he says,
well, not so much. It depends. If I have to order it up.
Order it up, the surprise. So, Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel says to pray is to regain a sense of the mystery that animates all beings, the divine margin in all attainments. Prayer is our humble answer to the inconceivable surprise of living. So we want to just be open to surprise, and then have the response, our response being our prayer. So in each of us there is this rose bud that is closed up inside our hearts. It's the place in us that is afraid to love too much, or afraid that we won't be loved in return, you know. So it's the place in us that holds back the generosity of our presence, because it's scared, really. Mm-hmm. And so I love this practice of really shining this bright light into the rose of the depths, and allowing that rose to open as the inconceivable surprise, you know. It's like, as meeting this moment with the fullness of our being, rather than kind of hiding away from it, meeting it. So I invite you to picture that rose at the center of your heart that is closed up. At the end of the chant, we'll take the energy of the chant and pour it into that inner garden, and allow the rose to unfurl, to unfold into the divine. So you want to just maybe put your hand on your heart and find that rose closed up inside your heart, and we're gonna sing to her. Oraryr ke nogah, Oraryr ke nogah, Oraryr ke nogah, shoshanat amakim,
nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, hamakir, Oraryr, nogah, 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 Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, Oraryr, nogah, shoshanat,
Once more.
nogah, shoshanat, nogah, shoshanat,
So keep your eyes closed. Bring your attention to the breath and find that bud at the center of your heart, the one that was afraid to open. Breathe in the power of this chant. Feel the light shining on that bud. And let that light in. And with the next breath, allow that bud to open. And imagine the fragrance that it's wafting into the world, and the beautiful color, and each petal distinct, opening, endlessly opening. Feel it, feel that energy of the rose, fill your heart. Fresh and unfolding, opening into the divine, into this, to the ever dynamic truth of this moment, changing in the process of awakening. So this time of Elul is the time when we open to the possibilities of transformation, to the possibilities that this new year might open us to new capacities of response. And the world is what the world is, but our response to it is what is the important variable, that we can respond with love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a miracle. That's a miracle. Because
we need a miracle.
We need a miracle.
and love is what brings them about.
So these words from Isaiah are special for this time of Elul, because there are these 7 haftarot of consolation, and Isaiah kind of steps up as a prophet of that gives us this possibility of transformation. And in my own practice, when I lift up the possibility of transformation, it gives me the courage to dive into the places in me that need transforming, that I might otherwise just kind of push aside or push away or push under. And so these words that Isaiah brings to us, that says Vayasa midbara ke'eden, there is this possibility that this wilderness in us is transformed into delight, and that the arvata kegan Adonai, that this wasteland, this place in us that feels not very fertile, could be transformed into the divine garden where our new lives could grow, in that really creating the fertile soil for our lives and for our love to grow. So I wanted to chant this as our final chant in the awakening to the dynamic truth of this moment, and because in this moment the dynamic truth is we are in process, we are unfolding, we are not just stuck anywhere. We keep on moving, we keep on changing, we keep on unfolding, and it could be a surprise what is unfolding for us if we are open to that surprise. Shana Tova.
Open to the surprise, huh? I remember what I always used to say, and I'm going to change that now. I used to say, sometimes the best surprise is no surprise. You know what you're getting. But I am going to change, because
change is
Shefa
good. Because
is inspiring. I have to live with her, so I got to do it.
Shana Tova. Change is good. Change is good. And surprise, being surprised, it's also a state. It's like an attitude, to say, surprise me, So, vayasa midbara. So we're gonna look into these possibilities and lift up this, and I think what inspires me is to look back at the past, at times in my life when I felt devastated, that I felt sort of like just lost my center, and to know that like it all kind of it got there was a transformation. There have been a series of transformations that I've been through already, so I'm ready for the next one, the next transformation. So we open up the imagination, leading us to prophecy.
Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Ve'arvata kegan Adonai. Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Ve'arvata kegan Adonai. Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Ve'arvata kegan Adonai. Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Ve'arvata kegan Adonai. Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Vayasa midbara ke'eden, Ve'arvata kegan Adonai. Vayasa midbara Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Ve'arvata Ke'gan Adonai Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Ve'arvata Ke'gan Adonai Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Vayasim Midbara Ke'edem Ve'arvata Ke'gan Adonai.
So imagine the rose garden that we are, that divine garden that is filled with all of the colors and fragrances of our love. And imagine that your rose that you just awakened is in that garden. And just bringing more and more beauty into the world. More and more kindness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and take a look around the garden. All these other...
Oh, it's so good to see you, Tony. Haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah. So it's like we shine this light back to each other. And I'll say, I want to thank everyone for being here, bringing your practice, and if anybody, the IJS I'm leading the IJS meditation tomorrow morning. If anybody wants to come to that, well, it's the afternoon for the East Coast, but you're welcome to come to that. And there's I think in January, the Soul Lift retreat is starting to fill up, and we invite you to come to Soul Lift in January, where we're going to be moving through the Psalms, through gratefulness, praise, supplication, lament, exaltation, revelation, comfort, and encouragement. So go to the website, see if you want to sign up for that. I may be teaching an online course with Judaism Unbound in the spring, so lots of opportunities to practice together. So I appreciate you all so much, and we'll be here next week.
Be here next week.
Yeah.